Oka hey, Oka hey. You'd think I'd have this set up. La-di-da, la-di-dum-dum. To learn about it all. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about OJIBWE language and culture. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, podcast about OJIBWE language and culture. Ojibwe language. Here we go. So Jessica's here. Mino Giga Jabe. Jessica, so good to see you. I'm kind of setting up something here. I'll be in just a second. Brandy Marie, BOOZHOO Brandy Marie. So happy to see you. La-di-da. Alright. Oh, we're just cooking with gas today. I'll be with you in just Alright, let's get serious. Let's get serious. La-la-la-di-da. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO. And welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Isn't that right, sweetie? That's right. I am NANABOOZHOO. Over here, we've got the lovely and the talented and the vivacious. You don't even know what vivacious means. Yeah, it's true. Vivacious could be really... What does vivacious mean? If anybody knows, let us know. I think it means you're like vivid or... full of life. Anyway, the lovely and talented Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Weenie Moshane. BOOZHOO, everybody! She says hello. And, for anybody new, this is the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Not to be confused with the podcast about Klingon language. Kapla! If you're a Trekkie looking for the podcast about teaching Klingon, that's somewhere else. I'll be going over there myself. What do you think, sweetie? Should we learn Klingon? Klingon? You mean like kapla? Yeah, that's the only Klingon word I know. Kapla. What's it mean? I don't know. I saw it on a Star Trek once. And I think Captain Picard said, kapla. It might be a type of food. I don't know. So what do you think? Should we drop all this Ojibwe stuff and just go with the learning Klingon? Well, it's kind of up to you, but I don't know. I like talking about Ojibwe language and culture. We've been doing it for so long now. I mean, whatever. Yeah, but I'm sick of it. You're sick of it? I don't even know who you are anymore. Who are you? Awenengeen. Hey, that's our Ojibwe phrase of the day. Awenengeen. You don't even know who I am. I look at you and it's like you're a total stranger. Yeah. We're acting. Sweetie, sometimes I don't even think you know who I am. And sometimes I don't think I know who you are. I'm living with you, and I don't even know who you are. Awenengeen. Today's Ojibwe phrase of the day. Awenengeen. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And I chose this phrase today. You know why, sweetie? Yeah, you're going to show the old BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO video? Yeah. I'm feeling nostalgic. So, this isn't the first time we've tried to teach who are you? You know, it's like that old Richard Riberly. Wenengin, who are you? You come here, you start bossing around everybody. No, just kidding. Bonjour, Richard. It's nice to see you. I just noticed you're here. So, Wenengin, who are you? And back in the days of, let's see, what was going on 3 years ago? I guess Donald Trump was a new president. Well, he'd been in office for about a year. And the year was 19. The year was 2017, I think. Maybe 2018. And a young NANABOOZHOO had just gotten a computer and just gotten on, the Facebook. And he made this. So check this out. If I can do my thing. This is, this is this.
Okay. Anin ni Jonashanabe dog.
Anin.
And who am I? Wenengin. Who are you? My name is NANABOOZHOO. NANABOOZHOO Indigenous Cause. And you know what? Let's have another song. I'm feeling kind of musical today. How about this one? Wenengin. Who are you? Wenengin. Ha 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 ha. I really wanna Wenengin. Ha 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 ha. Tell me what Wenengin.
Wenengin.
Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's my bad impersonation of the Who. That's an old song you kids aren't gonna know about. Let me just fix my headphones. Oh, this isn't too funny. How long have I been doing this? 1:49. I'm just gonna go, okay? I feel kind of bad about this one. It's not very good. Maybe I'll do better next time. Okay, have a good night. GOFUNDME. I'll see ya.
See you later. I look sort of African American in that. But Wenengin. Wenengin. Ha 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 ha. I really wanna know. How you guys doing? Let's see. Brandy Marie says, Mino Giga Jabe, Natasha and Michael. Michael, Brandy Marie's here. Hey, Brandy Marie. Natasha, Brandy Marie's here. Bonjour, Brandy. And let's see who else is here. Jessica. Bonjour, Jessica. Jessica says, there was a couple that met at Star Trek convention. They both were from different countries, so they couldn't understand each other, but they spoke Klingon and they communicated in Klingon until they learned each other's languages. That is the most romantic thing I've ever heard. A couple of dorks found each other. I love it. Daniel Black. Bonjour, Daniel. It's good to see you, sir. Daniel says, Anin crew, quick check-in today as it's family day. That's right, family day. Get those kids out of bed. And, of course, where is Daniel? It might be a different time where he's at. Family day, that's good. It's Anima E Gija Good. In the traditional Anishinaabe way, it is prayer day. Anima E Gija Good. I should really pray before we go too far. Getchi Manadu. Are you there, God? It's me, Nanaboozhoo.
Hello. What you want?
Huh? Who's that?
Oh, it's me, GOFUNDME.
What? Really?
That's right. What you want?
I was just praying to, is this really good? Am I being punked? Where's Ashton Kutcher? Ashton, get out of here!
That's not punked. You're praying, you want to talk to me, what do you want?
Wow. Yeah, okay. So, get your manadu. The guy we duka wishing. Please help me.
Yeah, sure will.
The guy we duka wishing. Ikadon minaway nungom. Help me to speak well today.
Oh, you want me to help you speak well, do you?
Yeah, would you?
You think that's how this works?
Well, what do you mean?
You just pray and I give you a magic? Are you just, what do you think I am? A genie?
No, I think you're the creator and a great spirit. I pray to you for, help and blessings.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you do. Well, all right, then. I'll see what I can do.
Well, thanks. If you don't mind me, you seem a little crabby this morning. What's the matter?
Oh, I'm an angry god. Vengeance will be mine.
Yeah, I suppose. And you can't be too happy with how we're dealing with things these days, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find many blokes who'll listen to my commandments.
Yeah, we don't like to listen too well. We like to do what we want to do. Anyway, would you please help me speak well today?
Oh, yeah, I'll do what I can. Anything else I can do for you, Nanaboozhoo?
I just want to say, miigwech bizendawi. Thanks for listening.
Oh, I'm always listening, mate. I got your back.
Oh, thanks. And, let's see. Do I have any big questions for the creator? What is the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life? What does that question even mean?
Well, how come I'm here? How come I'm born?
Oh, well, that's an easy one, mate. I wanted you to develop yourself. I wanted you to do something, and I wanted you to discover who you really were, and then discover who I am. It's quite simple, really.
Yeah, okay. So the whole purpose of life is just to figure out your purpose?
That's right. Oh, yeah. You're getting quite bright.
Yeah. You're not as eloquent of a speaker as I might have guessed. You seem to stumble over your words.
Well, I've got a lot of balls in the air, yeah. There's lots of people talking to me at once. I can barely pay attention to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to let you get back at it then. I got a show I need to do here.
All right, then. Talk to me anytime.
All right, thanks a lot. Amen.
Okay. I'm Gigawabamin, Minawa.
Yeah, I'll see ya. Okay, that just got weird. I'm sorry. What are we doing here? Who am I that the king would bleed and die for me? Who am I that he would pray, not my will, thy Lord, the answer? I may never know why he ever loved me so, but to an old rugged cross he'd go for who am I? Thank you, Richard. And BOOZHOO. Who am I? Yeah, there was an old song the Smith Indian family would sing. Why, me lord? What have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? The old Smith Indian Christian family. Joel Smith's family. Old Ray Smith. BOOZHOO Ray. I hope you're resting in peace. There was a family, a Christian Indian musical family when I was a kid from Cass Lake called the Smith Indian. I think the term Indian was in their name. They were a traveling musical group, kind of like the Partridge Family, but they were Indians from the res. And their youngest son was a drummer who started drumming just a really young age, and they would travel around. He was being homeschooled, and they would do like missionary music thing. That was kind of their thing. They were known as the Indian family that could sing and play in a band and stuff. And then they also talked about Jesus or whatever. And then years later, after Joel would grow up, I'd join a band with him. But I remember when I was a kid, and they just lived here in, northern Minnesota. They were from Cass Lake. Ray's, my grandma was good friends. Our whole family were friends with them. But when I was a kid, we had 3 of these records from the Smith Indian family. That's what they're called, the Smith Indian family. And so I was always kind of impressed. Not just kind of, I thought he was awesome. Because we also had like the Jackson 5 album. And Michael Jackson was like the same age as Joel. And they were both in bands touring and making albums at the same time. And my family had the same, they both had, I don't know why I'm talking about this. But to me, I thought Joel was just as famous as the Jackson 5. Because they had records in our living room. Anyway, what am I talking about? Elvis Presley, who am I? That's good. Jessica Gonzalez says, and to wrestle a gator. Crikey. And Kitchen Manager's kind of got kind of a weird voice. So how you doing, sweetie? How am I? Yeah. I'm doing great. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. It seems like we got a lot going on. Did you know we got a gig on Wednesday? Yeah, we're gonna be doing another show up in Telagummy, Ontario. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? On Wednesday we've got a online Zoom, basically a paid live stream event for a community called Bear Island in Telagummy, Ontario. And geez, if it wasn't for the old lockdown, we'd be up there in person. We would have had to get our passports and drive up there and stay in a hotel and all that. And we actually walk away with a lot more money by doing this from the house. And you know what's cool? We never would have thought of doing this if we didn't have to. I know. Last year, so we've made it a year, huh? It's gonna be March on Monday. So on Monday, it'll have been about a year since we started the COVID pandemic lockdown. We just kind of decided not to, look for jobs or anything. We're just going to be unemployed. And so it gave us all this time to, do what we wanted here. But it's been a full year of, flattening the curve. Okay, everybody, just hang tight for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We don't want anyone spreading the disease. We're going to need you to stay in your house. Put on a mask when you go into Walmart. We're sorry about the toilet paper. We don't know why if we ran out. But, just want you to know everything's going to be okay in a few weeks. Well, now it's a year later. And, where was I going with this? You were saying something about the pandemic's been a year. It's going to be March. Oh, that's weird. That's what I get for just jumping into this thing first thing in the morning. Where was I going with this? Sweetie? Yeah? You've got a call. Okay. What line? Line 2. I know I had a point to that story. And it just left my head. I'm getting the I'm not worried about the COVID anymore. I'm worried about Alzheimer's. All right. What line is your call? Or is our call? Caller is on line 2. All right. Caller, you're on the air. Beat drum! Oh, wow. I think it's the drummer from the Muppet Show.
Yes, animal.
Hello, Animal. How are you?
Me God, beat drum.
Yeah, you beat a drum. Just can you take it down a notch? You know, it's like 6:26 a.m. And we just got up. I can't handle it.
Oh, me sorry. Me tone down. Me beat cymbals. Me beat drum.
Yeah, I beat the drum too. So what you want?
Me teach word of day.
No, you can't teach the word of the day. We already have a phrase of the day. It's all went and gene. Who are you?
No, me teach.
All right. Jeez. It's kind of pushy. What word do you want to teach, Animal?
Drum. The way he gone.
Yeah, the way you gone. The drum. You really like playing those drums, don't you?
Yeah, beat drum.
All right, well, I'm going to let you go because you're giving me a headache.
Okay. Giga Rabamin. Minawa. Giga Rabamin. Minawa. Ah.
Yeah, okay. Giga up min. Hikes. Let me get rid of your graphic here. What's with all those guys on the Muppet Show and Sesame Street and that there? It's like they're raving lunatics. I know, huh? You know who's Cookie Monster's not much better. I know, Cookie Monster's got a real. I think they kind of sound alike. Yeah, they do, huh? Cookie Monster and Animal. Are they related? I don't know. Cookie Monster looks like, he has a few pounds. Cookie Monster's a little chubby. You can tell his voice is sugar. But I think Animal is, he might be on the meth. You think he's on meth? Yeah. Look how skinny he is. And, looks like he hasn't had a bath or a shower. I bet you Animal's, doing the meth. Oh, what a mess meth will make of your life. Animal, say no to meth. That was really stupid, Animal. I don't know what you were thinking. Oh, look at me. I finally made it. I'm a big rock star. I'm Animal. Oh, gotta ease the pain. Oh, beat drum. I don't know, man. I think we should have an intervention for Animal. Yeah, probably some other people on that show. Yeah. You really get the impression that the cast of the Muppet Show, that they're not they're in show business. It kind of goes hand in hand. A lot of those guys are drinkers, drug addicts. They got big egos. There's a void they're trying to fill, huh, honey? Yeah, I think so. I don't know, man. Let's see. Jessica Gonzalez says, Robot Chicken did a behind the music bit with Electric Mayhem. That's right. That was the name of their band, Electric Mayhem. And the Muppet Band. It was hilarious. Search that on YouTube after the show. Okay, I will. Daniel Black says, Bum up P crew. See you later. Hey, Gigawabamin. Bum up P. Daniel, have a good day. Daniel's got to get moving. He's a busy man. It's family day. I like that. That's one thing I really like about Mormons. Yeah, Mormons get a bad rap. I mean, everyone kind of teases the Mormon because of their bike helmets and like the little backpacks and all that. But they got that family night and once a week the family gets together. They got to shut off the TV. They pull out the family board game Clue. Go play some Uno. You know what? There's another $1 million idea that we're not doing.
You mean like Makade Mashkiki Wabu?
Yeah. Here's another business idea. I keep having good ones. My first one was Makere Mashkiki Wabu. Black medicine water. All we have to do is buy a bunch of Folgers, rip off the label, print up new labels that say Makere Mashkiki Wabu. Real, authentic, Native American, coffee. And then sell it for twice the price to tourists.
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, why not? And now, what was the other one? Hikes, what's wrong with me? I can't keep a train of thought. Oh, drugs on on Muppet Show. Oh, and Geen. I really want to know. All right. So we told some good stories the last couple days, huh?
Yeah.
Or you did, anyway. You told the all mixed blood story. And yesterday you did that little cutie story. Oh, wow. That turned out really well. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
Little Michael. So, yeah, I'm kind of all rambling all over the place. Star Trek. Animal being on meth. Or something. You know. That electric mayhem. Dr. Teeth. Yeah, Dr. Teeth. You wonder what happened to that tooth. That's what happens when you smoke the meth.
Yeah, man, I'm Dr. Teeth. Come on, everybody.
Bunch of degenerates. Moving right along. Do. Although I would quit this show in a heartbeat if the Muppet Show wanted me to join their band.
You'd leave the show?
Yep. I'd leave you. I'd leave the BOOZHOO crew. I'd join that Muppet Show band. Those guys must be millionaires. They've been in movies. They've, on TV.
You wouldn't really leave, would you?
No. Nothing could get me to... Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses. So, something about COVID and the lockdown. Oh, our gig. I'm sorry, you guys. All right. Got a gig on Wednesday. Live gig coming up. Wednesday night, we're going to be entertaining the troops of Ontario, Bear Island, Makwa, Minnesota. It is the island of the bears. You know what they call a group of bears?
A group of bears. Is it a pack of bears?
No.
Is it a gaggle of bears?
I think that's geese. They call a group of bears not a slew. What's that word when you try to figure something out? Like a mystery? It's a murder of ravens. Why did I bring this up? When you try to figure something out, because you went out there. So what is that word that means you're trying to figure out a mystery? It's got something to do with it's a I'll think of it in a minute. A sleuth. There you go. A sleuth of bears. So, it makes me wonder, are all the people up in Bear Island, is it a sleuth of people? Do they figure out mysteries? And that's what I think I don't like the term conspiracy theorist. It's just, you're just sleuthing. You're looking for clues. Trying to figure out, what's up. And, so, What's up with this COVID thing? What's up with the Mandela Effect? Is it interview with a vampire or interview with a vampire? It used to be one way and then it changed. And sometimes the Mandela Effect will make you, at first you'll go, what, that's crazy. No, I remember for a fact that it was mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. I've been saying my whole life as a joke. When I look in the mirror to pretend, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the studliest of them all? I saw that movie as a kid. I knew what it meant. Mirror, mirror. But then Mandela Effect says, no, it's magic mirror on the wall. And it always has been. Nobody changed it. Reality itself changed. And you go, what? How does reality change? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Which is it? It's magic mirror on the wall. No, I thought it was mirror, mirror on the wall. Yeah, if you look now, even if you looked at an old VHS or whatever, that movie, Sleeping Beauty, it's changed. It's just like in Field of Dreams. Okay, here's the quiz. In Field of Dreams, does he say, if you build it... What, sweetie, what do you remember him saying? If you build it, they will come. They will come. Yeah, I remember it as, if you build it, he will come. But then this is the weird thing about the Mandela Effect. For some people, they'll remember and they'll swear by it. And then other people go, no, it's always been that way. And then some time will change and you'll go, wait a second, was it always that way? At the end of the song, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Yeah, that's what I remembered. That he would sing of the world or something. But now it's changed. The Mandela Effect, if you listen to that song, it just fades out. He doesn't say of the world in the end. That's crazy. Well, what happened? It changed like in 2008 or something. People started noticing all these changes, just dumb little stuff. How is Looney Tunes spelled? Is it tunes like cartoons or tunes like music? There's some other ones. Interview with a vampire, interview with the vampire. Oh, even people's names will change, like Selma Hayek. Selma with an E. Or is it Selma with an A? The way her name is spelled has changed. And things keeps changing. Oh, here's one that was kind of famous. Sweetie, do you remember what's a famous Forrest Gump quote? My name is Forrest Gump. No, the one about chocolate. Mom always said life is like a box of chocolates. Yeah. Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. Well, now it says Mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. It changed. But not everybody sees that. You're part of my Mandela Effect change. Some people, it's almost like we were living in a different reality. Like somebody brought up that movie, The Butterfly Effect. And it's kind of like if you go back in the past and you change one thing, there's this ripple effect, and everything will be different, and crazy stuff will be Having Donald Trump be the president is almost like a comedy where somebody went back in the past and accidentally screwed something up, and so this crazy future happened where Donald Trump, of all people, became the president. But and so they got to go back into the past and like save 9/11, or whatever it is. And so in like 2008 or something, and this is the weird thing, the going down the rabbit hole. Remember when they used to talk about how remember that Mayan calendar? Yeah, where the world is gonna end. Yeah, they always said the world's gonna come to an end. It's gonna. The Mayan calendar, the Mayans predicted it. So don't make any long-term plans, guys. World's coming to an end in 2008. And then everybody waited, and they went, "Yep, just as I thought. Mayans don't know nothing." So the where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Mayan calendar. But then you go, well, what if something did happen in 2008? What if, like, we were from another reality, some other dimension that looks almost exactly like this one, but it's just a little off, Everything, Kit Kat either does or doesn't have a dash in it now. I don't remember, because now I'm starting to get used to this reality. But it seems like there was a time when some of us lived somewhere else. It's like, this isn't really my place. I'm not from this place. In my world, men and women liked each other, loved each other. You dreamt of getting together. Oh, I'm going to meet my soulmate. I'm finally going to, whatever. In my world, there wasn't a culture war where men and women hated each other. In my world, it wasn't considered good parenting to put hormone blockers into children's bodies. It wasn't tolerated to... in my world, you weren't heralded and given awards for being mentally ill. It's like everything changed in 2008 when... you see, it almost seems like it's been a long time coming. That, I was part of it. Especially when I was in college, I was like, yeah, man, racism's really bad. But you know what's just as bad? Homophobia. Transphobia. I don't want to live in a world that doesn't accept transgenderism. I was like, what does that have to do with me? And that's also just such a ridiculous thing. That in the world I come from, it wouldn't have been. It's like, we have to fight for the rights of men to be able to walk right into the ladies' room. This will be the hill I die on. From now on, every man who wants to wear a dress and who thinks he is a woman trapped in a man's body, that man's right to look at women change out of their gym clothes must be respected. I'm not trying to hate on anybody, but I'm just shocked that YouTube hasn't paid any attention to us so far. This kind of talk is what got Owen Benjamin banned and censored off of Patreon and YouTube and kicked out of Hollywood. But, it's got to be said. Okay. Hey, how you doing, everybody? I don't know. What do you think, sweetie? About what? I don't know. About this whole, what happened to the world? Did we just, come into a new reality or something? No. You think it's the same reality? No, I think things have really changed. But they were bound to. Yeah, I suppose. Let's see what the BOOZHOO crew thinks. Berenstain Bears. Yeah, Jessica, that's what I remember too. Or no, I remember Berenstein Bears. But now they're Berenstain Bears. Richard says, there are many here among us who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through this, and this is not our fate. So let us not talk falsely now. The hour's getting late. Da-na-na, da-na, da-na-na, da-na. There must be some kind of way out of here. He's quoting Bob Dylan, but most people know it as a Jimi Hendrix song. All along the watchtower, princes kept their view. Okay, hey, get your man to do. It's prayer day and I've just been rambling about nothing. Get your man to do. Miigwech ka iji chikean nungom. Miigwech ka iji bamadazian. Mino bamadazian. Thank you for this day. Or thank you for everything you do. Thank you for my life. I don't know. Yeah. The Mandela Effect. Is it a thing? That's the thing I guess I kind of noticed about, especially the last 12 months. It's almost like, you can't help but not get caught up in a culture war if you spend as much time on YouTube as I do. Because it seems just like that's the only thing anyone wants to talk about is transgenderism, racism, politics, feminism, conservatism, the cancel culture. In my world, it's not like those issues were never discussed, but I don't know. It's almost like there's not a culture war, there's a reality war. Where, I come from a place where the flu is something you worry about every winter. It's flu season, you guys. You should get your flu shot. People actually die from the flu. And you did, and you noticed that sometimes there are worse years than others. People would say, oh, it's a pandemic, like kind of jokingly. But there'd be like a lot of people getting the flu. And everyone kind of knew. It's like, yeah, it sucks, man. Especially if you're trapped inside a lot, or if you work in a school. Because the kids, they spread germs like nobody's business. And then, in the last year, everything turned around. Now, but in my world, it's like, yeah, but it's just a flu. You don't, we kind of have the luxury of pretending to take it seriously, like bad weather. We have really bad winters in Minnesota. It's like, well, we did when we didn't have electricity. But, it was 75 degrees in my house in the worst winter. Well, same thing with this flu. People are treating it like it's like it's something we've never experienced before. And then everyone's also turned into such a coward about it. Oh, I'm such a hypochondriac. I can't get your flu. So, you could have got how come last year? How come every year before this, when people had the flu, we didn't put on the mask? How come it didn't occur to any of the doctors and pharmacists and everything and before this year to wear a mask during flu season? Because on the one level, I could just kind of, they're just trying to, they're just trying to scare people. It's propaganda. That's what it is. It's their propaganda has worked out. But then, like half of the population, it's almost like they're living in a different reality. It's like they're living in the Walking Dead. They're fighting Pandemic Z, World War Z. And then the other half of us are going, what? Oh, it's just flu season. You're fine. It's like, no, close the churches, close the schools. Get under your beds, everybody. It's the common flu. I guess. I don't know. I've had the luxury of not understanding or caring about what a virus is my whole life because it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of like, cancer is way worse. Everybody knows somebody who's died of cancer. There is a pandemic of cancer. And, people don't even take cancer as seriously as they take. Half the reality, I don't know. I like that people have to wear a mask and then go outside for a smoke break. Like pull on their mask. Put the mask back up. I don't know. Shady Side is moving on. Let's see, Jessica says, we've gone far beyond that now. And we have to accept that someone might not have a gender at all. Yeah. And refer to them as the plural they, them. People are even identifying themselves as animals. That's the weird thing. Because where I'm from, there was people believe that and there were those issues. But it wasn't taken seriously. Now it is like almost daily. It's like hand in hand with how you should behave in Walmart. Is that you should also never, whatever you do, misgender somebody. And they're always kind of getting in your face like, hey, do you accept me? I go by the pronouns Z, Zer. Didn't ask. And I would never tell you, well, I'm not playing that game. But in this reality, they expect you to play the game. Oh, are you transphobic? No, not at all. One of my favorite comedians is Eddie Izzard. David Bowie was my favorite musician. I used to have the Hedwig and the Angry Inch, album. But, it's just, it's just so sickening, this kind of virtue signaling. Hey, man, I'm an ally to the LGBTQ RX1AI ? I don't identify as, you don't get to just make up rules. I know they're saying you do. Or it's just the fact that everyone's so preoccupied with it. It's just not an issue I'm interested in. In the world I come from, in my, on my planet, in my dome, in my snow globe, your sexuality and that stuff was private. It's none of your business. It's not something to discuss. I'd much rather discuss religion than sexuality. But in this reality, that's this culture war or whatever, now that's like a real issue everyone wants to talk about. Well, why can't a person just identify? What? I don't care about that. As an Asian woman who went to Harvard, I identify as a PhD. How about that? I identify as a surgeon. Oh, did you go to med school? No. But I'm going to work on you now because that's how I identify. By your rules, you have to, because at the end of the day, the most important thing is to never hurt someone's feelings. Oh, what? Because what? You're going to hurt someone's... It's just like, using the N word. You know, why is that the word that's policed? It's not offensive to anybody. The only people who use it are black people. You know? It's just like the term Indian. If somebody just came up to me and was like, "Hey, you Indian." I mean, if that offends me, that's kind of on me. But also, I wouldn't expect society to try to learn the rules. And this is what they always do too. Like even now in 2021, if you if they get a whiff of that you don't care about the gender, the new gender rules, they'll want to try to educate you. Like, well, gender is a fluid thing. It isn't just male or female. It's sort of like your sexuality. On one end, it's like, really? You think I somehow got to be 54 years old and I never heard that? I'm not aware of what your science is suggesting? People are assigned gender at birth. It's not. No. And quit trying to have that debate. It's nonsense. But again, it's a culture war and it's a reality war. For some people, it's like, no, it's really important because people are dying in the streets. We're going to start our own country in Chaz or whatever. So, I don't know. Sweetie, I took up all the time today. I know, you did nothing but just kind of ramble on and on. Yeah. Do you mind if we don't get to you today? Yeah. No, I don't mind. All right. Sorry, guys. Well, I guess I better go. It was a weird one this morning. I didn't want to plan too much. The show was getting so slick with green screen stuff. I kind of wanted to just hang out for the minute. It's, it's the end of February, and it's getting nicer out there. And I don't know what I was talking about today. But I want to say, from the bottom of my heart, to the BOOZHOO crew this morning, and to the future hypothetical viewers of the show, miigwech ganawabieg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo. This is Natasha. That's Michael. And I'll see you again tomorrow, same time. Kikababamin, Minawa, Hawa.